Dandapani, I think of an example from my own life. When I was 20 years old, I'm 51 now. My father took me to see his mentor, and he's the founder
Yeah.
of Oberoi Hotels, Mr. M.S. Oberoi. And
Okay.
I asked him a question. I said, Mr. Oberoi, you're one of the leading hotel entrepreneurs of the world. So what is one thing you can teach me? He said, Rajiv, when I'm with you, my 100% of attention and energy is with you. And it was the case. So he was with us for 2.5 hours, and his 100% time, energy, attention was with us. And he says, this is how I run my business. And that is why I am so disciplined and efficient and effective in my business. So I remember that he used to start working at 4 a.m. and by 10 a.m. he used to be done. And after that, he used to spend time on his passion gardening. So, that sort of story came to my mind, Dandapani, when I heard of
Yeah.
your example.
That's a beautiful story, and I think what a great. Was he the founder of the Oberoi Hotel?
Yes. He
Yeah.
passed in his right 90s, and he is the
Yeah.
iconic person who built the Oberoi hotels all over the world.
Yeah, no, I remember reading about his background when I was one of the Oberoi hotels. But what an amazing story. But I think more importantly, what a lesson for all entrepreneurs out there, right? Because it's such a common thing for entrepreneurs to say, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm allowed to be ADD. I'm an entrepreneur, so I have ADD, I have ADHD. Entrepreneurs, we're all over the place. We're doing this, we're doing that. It's a
Yeah.
common phrase that every entrepreneur says, and I think it's a common excuse. But here's
Yes.
someone who, and I believe, if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Oberoi came from absolutely nothing, right? Like no
Absolutely.
money,
Absolutely.
like zero,
100%
right?
self-built man.
Yeah, self-made man, and built this, amazing brand of hotels, and show us that you can be a successful entrepreneur and at the same time be fully concentrated, fully focused, and present in everything that you do. So it can be done.
Yeah.
And every entrepreneur that comes up to me and says, "Oh no, as an entrepreneur, we're supposed to be ADD," and I'm going like, "That's a cop out. That's an
Yeah.
excuse to not make an effort to be present or
Yeah.
to try to learn to focus."
Absolutely. And also
Yeah,
another quality possibly that comes with awareness and attention and focus on
yeah,
one place is that you develop an amazing attention for detail. So, for example, one of the success factors for Oberoi Hotels is that Mr. Oberoi knows if a sewing needle is missing in any of his rooms in any hotel in the world, he gets the MIS the next day, and he would call up the concerned GM and ask him, why did that happen? That is the attention to
Mhm.
detail he has because he is so focused.
You know, uh, Prolonged states of concentration leads to observation. Observation is the first sign of the awakening of the superconscious mind. The more you concentrate, the first byproduct of prolonged states of concentration is observation. And being observant of you see.
Yes. Sorry, we lost you for a few seconds. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, sorry. So
yeah,
can you just repeat that last bit, Dandapani, because we lost you there. The internet went a little fuzzy.
yeah. Prolonged states of concentration leads to the power of observation.
Wow, wow,
Yeah,
that's so powerful.
yeah. So you can see, because he practiced being focused, he practiced being present in each thing, and the ability to be present comes as a byproduct of being focused. And his prolonged states of focus led him to be observant, sorry, which then allowed him to see things that were not present, like a missing needle or something not in place. But the experience at the Oberoi Hotel is very, very different, right? I remember when I stayed once at the Oberoi Hotel in Delhi, and this is just a quick side story. Most hotels you walk into, I get off a plane from New York. I'm flying, 13 hours to Dubai. I have a transit over there. Then I fly to Delhi, get through immigration, get through Delhi traffic, get to the hotel. I walk into a hotel, and the first thing they say to me is, "Please have a seat, be comfortable." And I'm like, "I don't want to sit down. I've been sitting down for the last 24 hours." You know, I walked into the Oberoi Hotel and the man came up to me and said, here's your room key, let me walk you to your room. And then they walked me to my room, and then he swiped my passport and he said, have a good day, and he left. And I think that also is a byproduct of observation, right? You're observing what your client wants and needs, and therefore you give your client what you need. But in order to know what your client wants or what your client needs, you have to be observant. And if you can't focus, you can't be observant.
Yes.
And I think entrepreneurs don't realize the profound benefits that come from one's ability to focus. If they knew, they would choose a life of focus as opposed to a life of distraction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So